In this video, we're going to talk about my favorite subject, me. Nah, I'm messing. I'm going to talk you through my own story about how I landed clients like Armani, Samsung and Apple using the Maximize and Self-Promotion method. In this video, we're going to chuck the theory out the window, baby. Goodbye theory. And I'll take you behind the scenes, share with you a bit about my own story. So stay tuned, get comfortable. I've got a coffee. We're in our sweats because it's story time, baby. It's actually my second coffee. I'm going to be like... So we talked about how to get started with self-promotion, and in the last video we went through the blueprint of everything you need to get done. I'm going to walk you through my own story as a case study and share with you how I went from starting creatively from scratch at 18 and using the Maximize and Self-Promotion method to get my work out there and to land some of the biggest brands in the world as clients. It sounds cocky as hell. Now for a little story time. Come on, get comfy. So I've been sharing my art online since I was about 11 or 12 in some form or another. And I'd say obviously like when I was 12 or 13, I wasn't expecting to be a professional illustrator or anything like that at that time. But that would be a lie. I was so cocky and delusional. I would send my artwork in to book publishers. I remember trying to write a book when I was about 11 or 12 and sent it into the publisher, thinking I was going to be like this red carpet author or something. Didn't happen. Yeah, I used to do my own comics. I used to draw them. Used to get them printed with the money that I got from my paper round. Used to go to London twice a year and sell them at this expedition. So yeah, from a young age, I was kind of used to putting my artwork out there and just seeing what happened. So I was a go-getting little kid. Somewhere between college and university, I stopped sharing my work. To be honest, I stopped working. I didn't draw much. I took like a break. I think I was embarrassed about being able to draw or what I was drawing or something. So I just stopped sharing my artwork and I started focusing on other things, and that's when I got into photography. I went to uni for fashion photography, and it wasn't until halfway or towards the end of the first year that I realized I can't photograph for shit. And I'm like, crap, what do I do? I'm stuck on this course for the next 2 years. So I started drawing again because that was where I was more comfortable and that was where I had more skill. So yeah, I just became the weird outcast illustrator on the course of photography, drawing over all my photos to try and get a good grade, and it worked. So you got points for creativity. But yeah, I realized then towards the end of the first year that it was drawing that I wanted to focus on, not photography. So I was starting afresh really, because my art style took a complete turn from what it used to be. Because it used to be comics and manga and stuff like that, and now it's fashion and it's not the same audience. And social media had come along, and it just changed the whole landscape of how you share your artwork online. Like before it used to be DeviantArt and like forum, but now Instagram just popped up. Completely different. So I had no existing followers. I had no name for myself, nothing. Yeah, started posting my work on Instagram. Because I mean, I was cracking out a lot of work. Back then I was productive. But I just remember being so excited to share my artwork online. Like I'd get like, just draw in the evening, and I remember posting it as soon as I finished the sketch. I'd post it when it was horrible like Valencia filters. And yeah, I'd get like 1 or 2 likes and I'd be so excited. I'd be like, oh my God, someone likes my work. But yeah, that's how it started. So then, and in a few months of that, kind of keep posting online, pushing my artwork out there and just doing various things with the Maximize and Self-Promotion. I went from 50 followers and £5 a commission to over 1,000 followers and multiple clients. So yeah, it does work. Like it does work to push your artwork out there. It doesn't really matter what skill level you are. I look back at my artwork and just think, the hell was I thinking? To me, it looks awful, but I still managed to get some clients out of it and get work published and in magazines. So like I said in video 2, it's not up to you to decide whether it's good enough or not. You just pull it out there and let others decide. So yeah, while I was at uni, I just kept putting my artwork out there, emailing people, as much promotion out there as possible. And yeah, I did manage to land quite a few clients. No big names, but like towards the end of the 3rd year, I got Ted Baker as a client. But other than that, it's kind of smaller clients and magazines and stuff. It wasn't like huge things, but the major thing was when I graduated. So I moved back home after graduation because I wanted to save up to move to London. So I need to move back home and save up some money. But I thought after leaving university that my career was just going to happen. Safe to say it does not. I thought my portfolio was shit hot from university, and I thought, and they kind of big you up at uni to be like, you know, this industry is waiting for you to come out and to sell it ablaze or whatever, but it's not the truth. Like you literally leave uni and you're expecting people to be knocking down your door of opportunities and snapping you up, but no one cares. So yeah, I moved back to my parents and started saving up. I'll be home for a few months, you know, have a little time off, and then yeah, move straight to London and crack on with life. But yeah, it didn't happen that way. In reality, I worked for a fish and chip shop for a whole year after graduating. So let me tell you, there's nothing like getting a student finance statement in the post saying you're £30,000 in debt whilst you're asking someone salt and vinegar. It's not great. It ain't great, let me tell you. But I was delusioned into thinking my work on its own was enough to make a career for myself. But yeah, after a few months of coasting, just waiting for opportunities to come to me, I realized, no, I need to get off my ass and promote myself, put my artwork out there, because no one's coming to me clearly. So like I said earlier, the first big client I got was Ted Baker, which actually happened at uni. But they didn't slide into my DMs. Don't think you could DM at that point. But I went out and actively searched for that job. That gave me a little realization that that's how it's gonna be. You have to go out and search for that work. It's not enough for me to sit in my room and just churning out artwork after artwork, because no one other than my mum is gonna knock on my door and see what I'm drawing. And she's not offering me a job. Well, she did once, but it was a commission to draw a friend's dog. So, you know, job's a job. But I was so frustrated sitting there, because I was feeling like I was trapped. I was outside of London. I was at home with my parents. I feel like I'd just done 3 years of being creative and getting, you know, finding my creative self. And so I just felt trapped sitting in my room, just like the same I was when I was 15 or 16, just churning out artwork. It didn't seem any different. And yeah, there wasn't any information to get me where I needed to or wanted to be. So it's kind of just, I had to trial and error things. But I knew I just had to start doing something, because I was frustrated, boy. So that's when I started pushing my artwork out there. I became my own agent. So I emailed everyone I could, I posted my artwork everywhere I could, I contacted everyone I could, just did everything that was in my realm that I could do. And I mean, all that work, it began to add up. Like, I was getting clients and I was getting more freelance work coming in, but I was still scattergunning my way through it all. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just seeing what happens. But the more I did it, the more I realized what worked and what didn't, what was successful, what failed. So now it's a year after I've graduated, and I've saved up enough from the fish and chippy to move to London. And I thought again that was going to be my big break. I thought I'm going to move to London. I had 2,000 Instagram followers, you know, I was ready to take the city by storm. Safe to say again, didn't happen. Moving to the big city does not equal style. I thought it was going to be like my Coyote Ugly moment or my burlesque moment, like small town girl moves to the big city, takes it by storm. No. So after a few months of kind of floating around London, I got a job as a social media manager. So I was a social media manager for a shoe brand, whilst I was promoting my illustration work and doing that in the evenings and on the side. Through that marketing experience on the job and meeting new people that are in the marketing world and stuff, I managed to learn things, and that's how I then twisted what I learned to apply it to my own work, to my own illustration account and everything, to get more jobs, more clients, more followers. So over the years, I then moved on to becoming a marketing manager for a luxury jewelry brand. And that made me see everything from a whole nother perspective, because I was essentially in that company, I was in the role, the person in that role that I was trying to get the attention of in companies that I'm trying to contact. So I saw firsthand what got my attention. You know, if someone's emailing me with a proposal or with work, I saw what worked for me and what piqued my interest and what didn't. So learning on the job like that, seeing it from both angles, the creative and then the marketing. So throughout all this, and I was just learning, and I was taking what I was learning and seeing and applying it to my own work, my own Instagram, my own website, my own emailing. And it made me realize that the ones that actively go out there and push their own work are the ones that get the jobs. You might think you're the best artist in the world since Michelangelo, but if those masterpieces are stuck in your own studio, then how's anyone supposed to know? I kept trying to push my Instagram, promote my work, update my website, networking, approaching clients, getting my name out there and pushing. And after a few years, I can proudly list, you know, Winsor & Newton, Molton Brown, Apple, Samsung, Armani, you know, all these people as clients. So it proves that if you push your work out there and not just wait for someone to come and give you a job, then it can be fruitful. So none of that came from one specific trick. Like, it isn't just one, like, you know, put this word in your email and you'll get all the clients, or put this hashtag on Instagram and you'll blow up. Like, none of it came from that. There isn't one route to take to get your work seen and to get clients. It's all come from just like a combination of everything I've learned. Because I went through my client list in my head and I was trying to attribute where they came from. And each one has kind of come from a different step in the process that I outlined in the last video. So whether the brand has found me through Instagram because my posts are getting the right reach, or I got the job because I approached them first, or they've landed on my website because the SEO I've been doing and everything has been implemented the right way, or getting jobs because of my agent, because I approached the right agent in the right way. So it all just kind of combines. So everything I've learned through all this, try my best to pull it into an easy to follow strategy. You know, one that I wish that I had when I graduated, because it would have made things a hell of a lot easier. Someone to give you a game plan, a step-by-step guide, and you can just follow and see what happens. You would just take the scariness or the dauntingness, don't know if that's a word, away from trying to, like, I want to get my artwork out there, I just don't know where to do it or how to, or what's the acceptable way of doing it. Like, what do people in industry do? Because no one shares that kind of info. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed about as artists to promote yourself. I know it's a sticky subject, and a lot of people think that selling yourself or promoting or marketing yourself, selling yourself out, but it's not the case. Like, artists have been doing it for centuries. It's not less respectable to get work from marketing yourself as opposed to being approached by someone. And if you're doing it right, you will get both. So that's my little story time. So I hope you enjoyed that little trip down memory lane. Over the years, it's kind of been like chugga and like 3 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. So yeah, basically everything that I've learned over the years, I've just poured into these 8 steps that I'm going to teach the students who purchase a masterclass. So it's launching in a few days. It's finally time. I'm scared. But just imagine how much time and energy that you'll save compared to figuring all this out by yourself. I mean, you know, I started here and I've learned up to here. So if you take these steps and you start here with what I've learned, then, you know, where can you go? You can go so much higher than wasting years trying to figure out what I've already learned. And I actually want to keep the course relatively small, because it'd just be nicer and easier to kind of help people in a smaller, more comfy group. So I understand this is going to be genuinely quite a rare opportunity to not only are you going to get the videos that show you step by step what you need to do every week, but you'll also get a group weekly Zoom meeting with me so we can go over that week, any questions you have. And like I said in the previous videos, the first 10 people that buy the course on that early bird Sunday will get a one-on-one Zoom with me just to talk about their portfolios. So we can sit down, just go through your work at the moment, give you more direction, and just cater your portfolio to getting you more work. So if you're not already signed up for the early bird list, then go do it, baby. So in the next video, we're going to do a little Q&A. So I've been getting questions about the course. I'm just going to cover all those questions, give you some answers. So if you have any questions, just comment below and I'll go over them in the next video. So yeah, all that being said, I'm going to finish my coffee and have a nap. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.